Hello, Just2Good here, and it's time for the 5th episode of Just2mail. Send your questions to just2goodmail@gmail.com, and they may appear in an upcoming episode. My first question comes from Homie Pug, who asked my opinion of the LEGO Galaxy Squad theme from 2013, and if I would like to see it return. Well, I thought it was good. It definitely is one of the few wide-release themes skewed towards an older audience. The builds were pretty complex and sleek. They didn't cut corners to make them easier to build. There were two sets I loved, the Vermin Vaporizer and the Eradicator mech, and for the most part, the other sets were good. The minifigures were probably my favorite part. I love the colorful spacesuits. But yeah, I don't want to see it return. It had its run, it didn't seem to sell too well, and I'd rather see a new LEGO space theme than the return of an old one like Galaxy Squad. Next question comes from Craig, who asks if LEGO would do a theme on Stranger Things, Rick and Morty, and more adult properties in general. Alright, so first off, Stranger Things and Rick and Morty are two of the few recent shows that I really like, so I would like to get LEGO sets of both. However, indeed, LEGO doesn't do sets on properties that are more aimed towards adults, and Rick and Morty, despite being TV-14, is definitely a very mature show in its content. I mean, heck, it airs on Adult Swim. Not only that, but McFarlane Toys is already making Rick and Morty construction sets, which, don't look too good. The reason the LEGO Group would not make more sets on these franchises aimed towards adults is because they have certain brand values. The best explanation of this is in the LEGO Ideas guidelines, where they basically say what they wouldn't make a LEGO set with. Now apply that to an adult movie or television show, and if much of its content has that, then it would be considered too adult. Now stuff like Star Wars, while it's violent, the movies don't really show much blood at all, and most are rated PG, with only a few being PG-13. Now, I said that Rick and Morty wouldn't get LEGO sets because of its content, but honestly I think a LEGO Stranger Things set could work. It just has to be really creative. Sure, the show is rated TV-14, but so was Big Bang Theory for the most part, and that got a LEGO Ideas set. Stranger Things is like a PG-13 family movie, sort of like Simpsons in my opinion. Heck, I've seen people call for a LEGO Family Guy, and like that show I feel is a lot more raunchier than most of the Simpsons episodes. If you really want a LEGO Family Guy, you can sort of have it with Connex's Family Guy line. Anyways, that's why I don't think LEGO will make more adult themes and such. Ooh, it's thundering outside. Crud. Next question is from Mike's Mox, who asks what modular building I would like to see next. That's easy, a modular arcade. That would be amazing. Then there's this question from San Lego on Instagram, who was very complimentary, which I really appreciate, dude. Either way, he basically says that he got a battle on Tacky Dakki for $20, which is a great deal, and asks if it should have made my top 10 bad sets with great minifigures. Well, I don't think so. People dislike the set, I think its major flaw is the price. The build is fine. I mean, yeah, I would have liked Maz Kanata's full castle, but it's a wide release playset. At least we got a change up of scenery. Erwin asked if I thought LEGO Dimensions Year 3 would have Angry Birds and what other stuff would be in Year 3 if it ever comes. Well, I doubt it will ever come. Angry Birds was actually supposed to come in Year 3, fun fact. I don't know how old those plans were, but they definitely are out of date. Honestly, I would have just liked more random franchises in Year 3. No specific requests in my mind right now. Finally, Kid Gamer asks what I would like if Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came back. Well, Megabox has been doing a good job with it. One thing I love is that they have sets based on the original cartoon. If it came back to LEGO, I would love to see a direct-to-consumer original series Turtle Van. That would be dope. Well, anyways, again, send your questions to just2goodmail@gmail.com, and they might appear in an upcoming episode. Oh my gosh, that thunder keeps persisting. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.